In this video, I'm going to walk you through the complete installation process for the BlueTex wall and roof cover and repair system. This system is designed to cover or repair metal building insulation that's old, torn, or dirty. It's especially designed for situations where the internal vapor barrier has been compromised. When the original internal vapor barrier facing on your insulation is damaged, you typically end up with moisture problems and wet insulation. This happens because of two basic laws of physics. Heat always seeks cold, and wet always seeks dry. Even a small tear or rip allows warm, moist air from inside the building to pass through the hole, travel through the porous fiberglass insulation, and condense on the cold metal roof panels. This can result in many gallons of water that can cause insulation to stain, sag, or even fall down. By covering it with BlueTex Pro insulation, you create a new, tear-proof, puncture-resistant internal vapor barrier that solves these problems. Think of BlueTex as kind of a new, ultra-durable seat cover that will give your building new life. It's 10 times more durable than the original vapor barrier that was installed when the building was built. If you have a sports facility, it can handle the volleyballs, basketballs, and soccer balls without tearing or breaking. My goal with this video is to answer all your installation questions for a typical project. I'll be mostly focusing on the roof application, but the wall installation is essentially the same process, just vertical instead of horizontal. I highly recommend watching this video and share it with anyone who's actually doing the installation. Investing a few minutes now will save many hours during the installation. If you have unique problems or situations not covered here, please contact our customer service department. We're glad to help. And be sure to like and subscribe to get notified about future videos. Let me cover the three components of the system. First, you will use the BlueTex Pro material. It comes in 50-inch wide rolls with factory-applied double-sided tape on one edge. I don't recommend using the 62-inch wide product. It's harder to hold up and a lot more taxing on the arms and shoulders. And there's no need to use the thicker BlueTex Supreme material. It will work, but really it's overkill and it costs significantly more for this application. Next, you will use our custom-made extruded aluminum termination bars. We call them term bars. They're 48 inches wide with self-drilling screws included. Finally, you will need the BlueTex 3-inch wide vapor barrier seam tape. In addition, you will need a standard screw gun with a 5/16-inch magnetic hex head driver. We sell a complete turnkey system with all these components. You can also use wood, 48-inch 1x2s instead of our metal term bars to save some costs. If you go that route, I'd recommend pre-drilling the wood with 3 holes and buying 1 1/4-inch self-drilling screws. Now it's time to get going. First, do a test section. Measure the distance between your 2 purlins and add 2 inches on either side. Pre-cut a couple of pieces to get started. This extra 2-inch flap will extend past the bottom of the term bars and give you something to pull and make tight on the sides. As you get more experienced, you can make this tab a little shorter to reduce the waste. Once you get the hang of it, 2 people should be able to knock out each panel in under 5 minutes. A typical panel is about 20 square feet, so 1,000 to 1,500 square feet or even more per day can easily be achieved with 2 people. Here is a critical concept to keep in mind throughout the installation. You want every connection point to the metal to be as airtight as possible. The goal is to eliminate the ability for the warm, moist air to get past the BlueTex insulation and reach the cold metal where it would condense into liquid water. Typically, this is achieved by using term bars on the side of the purlins. Plus, the foam layer will compress to make a tighter seal. Also, taping the seams between the 2 pieces on the 2-inch overlap. Then possibly cutting down to make shorter term bar pieces around main beams. Finally, you can use screws and washers in some areas. Please note, we generally don't recommend applying tape directly to the metal for long-term attachment. Mechanical fasteners are much more reliable. Start your installation at one end of the cavity between 2 purlins. Remember, we're trying to make this airtight, so you may want to cut your first term bar 2 or 3 inches shorter to create a flap or a tab on the end. Here's a key measurement. Stop the turn bar 2 inches from the edge of the BlueTex insulation. Since the turn bar is 48 inches and the BlueTex is 50 inches, this gives you a perfect 2-inch overlap as you continue across the roof. I recommend starting with the double-sided tape edge toward the end wall. Then as you move across, the double-sided tape will be positioned on the 2-inch overlap section for the next piece. It's best to have a lift that's at least 4 feet wide so 2 people can work on adjacent purlins at the same time. This makes the process much faster and easier. A 5 or a 6 foot wide lift is even better. I'd also set up a cutting station. You can use a pole and suspend the roll and a standard 4x8 sheet of plywood or OSB. Use some type of a marking system, and this is the most critical part. That's to cut the BlueTex straight and square to the edge. This will help keep it straight between the purlins. Pre-cut a bunch of pieces and take them up in the lift. Here's the installation sequence. Step 1. Hold the piece of BlueTex up in the corner of the purlin and the old insulation. Step 2. Start on the side without the purlin flange. Try to get it very straight with about a 2-inch tab below the turn bar. Step 3. Push the turn bar firmly into the corner of the purlin and the old insulation. Step 4. Have your partner line up their side, keeping it straight and making the 2-inch overlap on the previous piece. Step 5. Put 1 screw in the center of the purlin to hold everything in place. Step 6. Have your partner hold their turn bar up. It will be about an inch below the purlin flange if you've already done the adjacent cavity. The screws from that cavity will be just above where this turn bar sits. More on that in a moment. Step 7. Press firmly to keep the turn bar snug and put the center screw in to hold it in place. Step 8. Gently pull on the edges to create a little tension. Then screw in the remaining screws on either side. This will make the seam smooth and flat. Now for the process of sealing the seams. Step 1. Reach into the seam and peel the paper backing off the double-sided tape. Step 2. Press the seam together. Step 3. Take the white seam tape and start on one side, letting it extend past the edge of the turn bar about a half an inch. This can be a 1 or 2 person job. Experiment on what works best for you. Step 4. Firmly press the seam as you work your way across. Step 5. Cut the tape off about a half inch below the turn bar. Step 6. Use a putty knife or similar tool to push the tape between the turn bar and the BlueTex. I need to really emphasize this next part. You need to press really firm on the seam tape. It's a pressure-activated tape that actually takes a couple of months to fully cure and complete the adhesive bond on the seam. Please don't skip this step. After thousands of different customer applications, I can tell you we occasionally get feedback that some of the tape is not sticking. The key word here is some. Inevitably, there are some areas where the tape is sticking perfectly fine. Either repressing firmly or replacing the tape and pressing firmly always fixes the issue. As you continue across the roof, you'll run into places where the structural beams connect. In these cases, you'll need to get a little creative, cutting and folding around the corners. For these areas, you can either cut your turn bar into shorter pieces or use the screws and washers to mechanically attach the BlueTex directly to the metal. We provide some extra screws and washers with the turn bars. Remember, we want to make it as airtight as possible in these transition areas. As you go, you can also trim off the extra material below the turn bars to create the cleanest look. Now let me get into the details of how the turn bars connect to the purlins. This is important to get it right. Take a look at this model. Notice the flange for the purlin is on the left side. The insulation sits above it and kind of bows down slightly between the purlins. Assuming you've already completed the cavity on the right side, you're now proceeding to the cavity on the left. Notice the screws from the turn bar on the completed cavity are about a half inch down from the purlin flange. You want to position the new turn bar at least below these existing screws, or roughly even with the bottom of the turn bar on the other side. You want the screws from the turn bar on the left side to come through under the turn bar on the right. If you get too close and catch the edge of the turn bar on the right, it will push it away from the purlin. You will also notice by dropping down the turn bar on the flange side, this creates a small airspace between the BlueTex and the old insulation. We want this airspace to be there. More on that later. Now here's an important issue. You probably have roofing screws coming through the top of the flange on the purlin. You definitely do not want these screws poking holes in the BlueTex insulation. You have two options. Normally you can position the turn bar below the screws, or if the screws are really long, get a pair of end cutting pliers and nip them off about a ½ inch from the flange. Now I want to point out one of the biggest advantages of this system, especially in colder climates, and that's preventing condensation on the purlin flanges. Here's the problem with the traditional insulation and construction method. The insulation might be 4 to 6 inches in the middle between the purlins, but is compressed down to almost nothing on top of the purlin flange. This compression of the insulation allows the flanges to get very cold. We call this thermal bypass. And then when warm, moist air from inside the building condenses on the cold purlin, this causes dripping and staining on the insulation from the rust and corrosion from the wet metal. This system solves that problem. Remember that airspace below the purlin flange? You're now creating a dead airspace between the BlueTex and the flange. Here's what happens. The purlin flange will still get cold. We can't stop that. But now the warm, moist air inside the building is stopped at the BlueTex vapor barrier surface instead of reaching the cold flange. Since the BlueTex surface temperature always stays above the dew point, physics says you can't get condensation. Problem solved. If you're doing the walls instead of the roof, the process is basically the same, just vertical instead of horizontal. However, here's a few things that I would do differently. After lining up the BlueTex insulation straight up and down with your 2-inch overlap, put all 3 screws in the top turn bar first to secure it. You can actually leave the roll of BlueTex on the ground and pull it up to the section that you're working on. Press the turn bar firmly into the corner at the bottom of the purlins. Then put in your screws. And then trim off the BlueTex right at the edge of the turn bar with zero waste. This method is actually a bit easier than working overhead. On the ground, you probably have an L bracket with exterior panel screws coming through. The easiest method is to nip off the screws and then use the turn bars, except flip the turn bar and put the flat part on the ground. Or you can order extra washers and use a hammer drill with a ½ inch socket to push the washers onto the screws. This is a great system to make old metal building insulation look brand new. Here's a bonus tip. You can paint the metal purlins and beams any color you want before installing this system and not worry about overspray on the old insulation since you will be covering it up. That's exactly what this customer did in a 44,000 square foot soccer center in Medina, Ohio, and the results speak for themselves. This system opens up an amazing opportunity to do fix and flips on older metal buildings. Clean up the building, paint the metal, install the BlueTex insulation, maybe epoxy or polish the concrete floor, and it will look like a brand new building. Or you could install the BlueTex and then paint both the metal and the BlueTex insulation any color you want at the same time. Just be sure to use an enamel-based paint. So that's how you install the BlueTex wall and roof cover and repair system. If you follow these steps and keep airtightness in mind throughout the process, you'll get professional results that will last for many years. What if you only have a few bad sections of insulation? Just do the exact same install process and use the seam tape to seal the new BlueTex to the old insulation. Clean the old vapor barrier before applying the seam tape. For smaller tears and rips, you can use our custom 4-inch or 6-inch wide repair tape. It's kind of like a big band-aid. Just clean the old vapor barrier well before applying. I also want to reiterate that we recommend using the Pro product and not the Supreme. The Supreme product is a little thicker, but it's also significantly more expensive, and the additional benefit, honestly, isn't worth it for this application. And I really would recommend using the 50-inch product. Some people ask about using the 62-inch wide because it would cover more area and have less seams. Yes, this is true, but here's why we highly do not recommend it. First, the turn bars are 48 inches, and they're designed to work perfectly with the 50-inch BlueTex to give a 2-inch overlap. The second thing is that the average person can easily hold up a 50-inch wide piece on either side to line it up and hold it in position. When you go to the 62-inch, it gets a lot more taxing on the arms and shoulders to hold the edges, and many people with shorter arms actually can't reach the 62 inches. We have tested both methods, and it's overall faster and easier to use the 50-inch packaged product. If you have questions or need help with your project, please give us a call or send us an email. We have specialists for this application who are ready to help. We also offer free sample kits with small pieces of material to show off the quality, strength, and durability. Even better, I encourage you to purchase a test kit that will do a small section in your building. This gives you something to show off to customers, building owners, property managers, or other decision makers. And when you make your purchase, we will credit the cost of the test kit to your order. For more information, visit BlueTexInstallation.com. Thanks for watching.